Hello everyone, welcome back to Code with Kids. Sorry friends, I cannot just upload videos for a long time, but it's good that I have learned many other websites which could be used to code. Not only block-click coding, but also the original coding. I'll just start presenting. Welcome back to Code with Kids. So today's topic is coding apps and websites from beginner level to the advanced level. We are just going to see a brief of all the apps which are used to code. There are only some of them. There are many apps like this which I used to code, but these are the main apps. And next, we are also going to see what are the advantages, disadvantages, comparison, various link websites. They mean that some apps, some websites use other websites to make it more attractive. I'm also going to tell you about all of them. And let's look into today's websites. The main website is code.org. If you are a beginner, you don't know to code. Code.org is the best website which is used to code. You can learn coding with it. And you can even use Scratch. Scratch is usually used to make games. What's the difference between code.org and Scratch? Code.org is it's a website which is used to make many other apps. But Scratch is a website which is used to make only games and animations. So, what are the main differences between these two things? Scratch has a flag which is actually run. Coder2org has a button called run which is used to run the program. So, after you complete learning Scratch and Coder2org, you may learn any of them. I first started with Coder2org. The next level is Thunkable. Thunkable is extremely good. Comparison of Thunkable and Coder2org. Coder2org only has few features. It's good for beginners, but not for the people who have learned how to code in Scratch. So, Thunkable has a lot of advantages. It has a real-time database. You can store it in a database known as Airtable, Firebase, and so on. You can even use web APIs. These things are not possible in Coda.org. Coda.org also has a database, but that database is in the form of a table. But Firebase is somewhat different from the default database of Coda.org. Firebase is good. And the next stage is original coding. The original coding first starts in Codepen. Codepen is a software, it's actually a website which is used to make many other web pages. But this is not efficient. The only advantage of this is it's a website. Doesn't give any options during coding. So when you have learned how to code in Codepen, you can go to Brackets IDE. It's a very good software. It's not a website, it's an application. You have to download it. You can go to brackets.com and learn about brackets. And if you just type brackets download, you can get it from online. I'm going to teach you all that after this. And then next, this brackets also gives options, and the only difference between Visual Studio Code and brackets is it has a beautify option and live preview option. Coming to Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is the next part of coding. It's as same as brackets, but brackets can only use index.html, style.css, and main.js. But This Visual Studio Code. In this Visual Studio Code, you can download any coding languages, for example, Python and so on. So let me just show you about all other things. I'm going to show you all of these websites. First, let me go to Scratch Material. If you want, you can also note down this link. The link scratch.edu. In this, you have to sign in. If you just sign in, you can start coding. You can also publish your projects in here. I'll just open one of these projects. I don't know more about Scratch Material. I didn't learn this. I only learned code.org. But this is a good app for beginners. This is a game created with code.org. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Scratch. So Scratch looks good. Next, but the only problem with Scratch is it doesn't give us the freedom of creating apps. It also has some limitations. It's a blockly type coding. Next comes code.org. This is code.org. You have to sign in to code.org. I will not sign in now. I will just sign in after some time. If you want to save your apps, you can sign in or else you can just start coding. It also has a lot of options in it. I will show one of them. It has Sprite Lab, Artist, App Lab, Game Lab, and Play Lab. In this Play Lab, you also have many other games Infinity, The Amazing World of Gumball, and Ice Age. And we also have Sprite Lab, which is the basic thing Dance Party, Flappy Ball Game, Star Wars, Bounce, Sports, and Basketball. We also have Artist and Frozen for drawing. We also have a lot of Minecraft games over here. Here, only four of them are given Minecraft Aquatic, Minecraft Hero, Minecraft Designer, and Minecraft Adventurer. Beyond blocks, the main thing is App Lab. App Lab helps you to create apps in Code.org. You can even share your apps in this. And here is Game Lab. Game Lab is also very important. You can create games, but creating games in Game Lab is somewhat tough. In Web Lab, we have to code. We don't uh, use Blockly for this. That's a problem with this. And the next thing is pre-reader. We have PlayLab and Artist pre-reader. We also have Math, that's Calc and Eval. That's all with Code.org. If you are a beginner, this is very good for you. And now I'm going to show you Codepen.io. No, before that I will just get started with Thunkable because that's another thing in which we use Blockly. Thunkable is extremely good. It's good to publish apps in Play Store. It has a lots and lots of features. For example, I will just open one of my things. No, not this. I will just open my Snapgram or else Videogram. Yeah, Videogram is better. So what's meant by videogram? I have created an app in which you can take record a video and upload it. Anyone who uses this application can see your video. This uses a lot of video components. There are a lot of components in this. All of them are used to make apps. And we also have speech recognizer, text to speech, translator, assistant, audio recorder, and so on. You even have a camera, barcode scanner, image recognizer, and video. We even have a video recorder. I have used it in this. And the main thing about Tankable is data. It has local storage, local database, real-time database, add table, web API, and media database. We can even track the GPS using this map and location sensor. We even have timer, accelerometer, gyroscope, and magnetometer. Coming to the blocks, this you can code a lot. I have just done about 50 lines of code for this. This is extremely good. If you want to publish apps in Play Store, you can use this. It's very easy. That's all with Thunkable. And what's the difference between Code.org and Thunkable? Code.org has very less features. But in Code.org, you can create n number of apps and games. But in Thunkable, we cannot just create n number of games. We have to upgrade to Pro to create n number of apps and games. You can only create 10 apps for free. I have made 12 apps. And coming to the next thing, which is Codepen. This is also a website, Codepen.io. This is a very good website for beginners who have learned to code in Thunkable and Code.org. I've created a lot of websites in this. Let me just show you one of them. I'll show you this. This is my work about Thomas Edison. View it in editor so that it looks good. Take some time to load images. There will be some problems too. I will show you another thing. It's not working. There are some problems with Codepen.io like this, which cannot be rectified. Wait, let me show you my profile app, which I made. It contains lots and lots of code. You can notice that HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are joined together by itself. You don't need to join them. I will link them. This is the code. We use H1 tag, H2 tag, H3 tag, H4 tag, H5 tag, and H6 tag to write anything in this HTML. We can insert videos and even images in HTML. We can even insert sounds, but I have not inserted any sounds over here. This is my app, My Hobbies. I am Mr. Hish. Let me tell you about my hobby coding. I have written a brief about that. If you want, you can just read it. Take a screenshot. The next thing comes the CSS. If you we have just opened this body tag over here so that we can just code it over here. If you want to do any adjustments, for example, the background color, margin, padding, and so on, you can use style.css. They cannot be done in HTML. The next thing is brackets IDE. I will show brackets IDE now. Brackets IDE and Codepen has a lot of differences. Codepen.io is a website, whereas Brackets IDE is an app. Wait a minute, I will show the download for Brackets IDE. This is the download for Brackets IDE. Takes a while to load. It- a brief is given over here. This is the app, which is known as Softneck, which is used to download Brackets IDE. You can just download it. I have already downloaded it. I will show you the app now. This is Brackets IDE. So, what are the differences between Codepen.io and Brackets IDE? The main difference is it gives options, but Brackets IDE doesn't give. No, Brackets IDE gives options, and Codepen doesn't give any options. For example, you can just see put here. The answer is absolute. Gives me a thing, a drop down. You can see that options are given, and the next thing is beautify. For example, if I just put two spaces before this, if I click on beautify, it gets adjusted again. This is what beautify, and you even have a live preview. I don't know whether it will work or not. There may be some problems with it. There's some problem. Actually, in this, style.css is not working. So, but it shows that in the working files, style.css is also included. One of my work. So, let's troubleshoot this. What's the fault in this? We'll be having doubt. Sure. The thing is known as welcome, but I think I have not classified anything like that. Come. Yes. It's known as myself over here. I'm going to change this. Now let's see. You can see this works. The next thing is actually called as autobio. That's autobiography. But here I have given this bio. Now it works perfectly. There's actually left spacing. I've given it like text align is equal to left. That's why. So this. This is the menu. I have not completed this portfolio website yet. After completing, if I just click on my hobby, it will lead to that page. So brackets is over. And another thing, I cannot just show you the Visual Studio Code now, but you can just verify it. I will show you the download for Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. This is what download for Visual Studio Code. Code.visual studio. You can just download it from here. There are only slight differences between Visual Studio Code and Brackets. Visual Studio Code doesn't consist of Beautify and Library, but Brackets consist of those. Codepen 2 doesn't consist of Beautify and Library. Thank you. If you like this video, you can just like it, subscribe this channel to get continuous videos that I'm uploading. And another one thing, you can just subscribe to my channel and you can just refer to all the videos that I have uploaded. For example, just typing mail app in Tankable. This is my video actually. I have uploaded a lot of videos about code.org and Tankable. I have also uploaded videos about Dialogflow. These are the videos. And I will soon upload videos about Codepen.io, brackets, and Visual Studio Code. Thank you. Have a nice day. Do not forget to subscribe.